Hey folks, and welcome back to the mountain. I'm Tony from Gagnon's Mountain Homestead. We haven't been here in a while, we know, but we got kind of busy. Things are going on around here. It's just been crazy. It's really bad weather outside, so we're in the garage. If you haven't seen my garage in a while, it's kind of changed. And we kind of have a different project today that we're going to be working on. It should be fun. So let me show you around. As a lot of people know, we have a Ural. It's a 2011 Ural Gear Up. It runs just fine. We hadn't used it much in a couple years, and the last few weeks I got it running really good. But one thing it's missing is if you look on the front of the sidecar, right over there, there's no machine gun. So we're going to make one. Now when I say we're going to make a machine gun, I don't mean a real one. It's going to be a replica. Now, the Ural is a Russian motorcycle that is copied after a German motorcycle. So what machine gun should we make other than an American machine gun? So we're going to make, it's kind of a hybrid between the Browning M1919 and the M2, and then a little bit of Gagnon thrown in there. So it'll look like a machine gun, but it's not going to look like any specific machine gun. So all you experts out there, it's not a real one. So we're going to show you how we're going to do that now. So I've got some parts cut out already, and I've got drawings there of an M1919. Like I said, it's not going to be the same. So we're going to go ahead and start cutting and welding and getting everything together. You missed me cutting with my saw. I got this really nice saw. It's really loud. I just cut these pieces to my length. I'll show you real quick how this saw works. It's awesome. I got this 3-inch channel here. It cuts right through it like nothing. Leaves a nice edge, and believe it or not, it's cool to the touch when you first cut it. It's awesome. So we're going to take these two pieces. This is our receiver. We're going to weld them together. The M1919 is only 4 inches by like 2, a little more than 2 inches. But I don't have anything that size, so I get this 3-inch by 3 inch and the 3-inch by 2 inch, and we'll weld them together. It's going to be bigger, but it'll look cooler on the Ural too. So let's go ahead and get those cleaned up and welded. All right, let's switch over to my DeWalt. I've got an 80 grit flap disc on here. I'm just getting the rust off. There's a 3-inch. I'll go get the 2-inch channel, clean that. Alright, we got both pieces cleaned up. Now we're going to weld them together. Alright, we have our Vulcan OmniPro 220 here. We're going to turn it on. It takes a couple seconds for it to come on. And so to set it, I've got this gauge for metal. And I take this gauge. This is going to be around 10 or 11, so it's actually comes right at 11. It's not 12. So back, our gauge, we can change that 16, 11, 10. So I'm going to go on 12, one a little thinner. We're using 030 wire, so we just hit OK. And now the machine's all set up for me. I've got my ground over there on my table, and then we're just going to weld this piece right here. We're going to put them together and weld them. That way. Let's go ahead and do the other clamp. Any difference lengthwise this way, we'll just grind them after. We're going to fill in these and then grind it all flush. weld those in. We're just going to weld that in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There you go, Keith. Or rabbit squeezy. I'm using flux core, I'm not using any gas. There we go. Alright. Huh? More abrasive disc, I think. Alright folks, so there it is. The receiver, it's all welded up, it's all ground together. It doesn't look great, but that's okay. It's just a replica gun to go on the Ural. So now we gotta work on the barrel. There's a receiver, now we gotta work on the barrel. All the metal I have, it's all just scrap I've picked up, been given to me. There's places to find this stuff, you just gotta know where to look, who to ask, be nice, and they'll just give it to you. I've got a couple piles out back. So, but now we're going to go ahead and cut the barrel. Alright, if you look at this picture, see that? You'll see the barrel, it's got this outer piece here for cooling. So, I've got this pipe here I'm going to use for that. And then for the inside barrel, hang on, I've got this 3/4 inch rod here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them down. And then we're going to drill holes in the outer shield and lots to do, so let's go ahead and get that cut. This thing is awesome. Alright, there's part of the barrel. And here's the other part. Now I gotta square up these ends because I cut that with a hacksaw earlier. I will tell you, that is so much easier than a hacksaw or the grinder. This thing is awesome. Get one. Alright. Now to figure out how, look at that. Clean, nice clean edge it puts on there. That is just awesome. Maybe a little bit of filing, but for the most part, it's ready to go. Ooh, that's cool. I'm going to put the barrel inside, weld it on. Probably like that. That'll be perfect. But now we're going to drill all them holes in. Alright, so after a couple hours at the drill press, we have our 96 holes drilled. Whew. We had to change up a little bit. What I did was I marked the ends, the 4 points. I marked the other end to correspond. I had it laid on the floor and I put a square on it each end. So, and then I just lined them up from end to end. Marked my holes 1.5 inches apart, 3/4 inch apart there. And this is the outcome. Alright, I had to figure out a way to get the inner barrel centered in here. So what I did was I found these big nuts I had and I ground them down so they fit in there. And I'm just going to tack them in there. One for the front, one for the back, and that way the barrel will just slide in there. So I'm going to go ahead and tack them in. There we are. That'll be good. Alright. So now what I gotta do is I gotta get the barrel and weld that to these nuts. So it's outside, I just painted it. We'll take a look at it. Alright, so this is gonna be the barrel. Still a little tacky, but you know, I really don't care. We're gonna put it in anyway. There we go. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this paint off here that I just put on there, because I need to weld that in. Alright, not perfect, but good enough. This side will all be hidden. We're going to tack that up real quick. Alright, we're getting closer. So we've got it pretty much centered in the main body there. So I'm going to go ahead and tack that in. Let's see how it goes. Alright, say hello to my little friend. That's going to be awesome. Alright, I'm going to tack all this away. Now I'm going to find plates to cover the ends here. So let's see what we can do with that. There it is, all painted up, nice and pretty. And we got more work to do, we got more stuff to do. We got to put the handle on, a couple lower pieces, but it looks pretty good. All painted there, it's going to look great on the Ural. And there it is, the finished product. I did finally do the mount. There's the mount for it. And there's the machine gun sitting on the Ural with my friend there in the passenger seat. This was our Halloween ride. And he went out and he took care of the machine gun for me. Got some looks. It was cool. But yeah, that's it. That's how we did it. Just like that. I got a few more tweaks to do here. Those clamps aren't supposed to be there. My clamp didn't work like I wanted, but it kind of worked. So we're going to keep going on that and do a little more to it. But I really like the look. So tell me what you think. So that's going to do it for this video. We hope you liked the build. It was actually a lot of fun to build that, and especially out of just scrap that I have around. I'm working on my welding skills. Skill is really a bad term to use, but I'm working on them. Hopefully I can do some more of these videos with some more of my builds around here and my fabricobbling, as I like to call it. So you know what to do with our videos, folk. Like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about us, give us a big thumbs up. And as always, from the mountain folks, God bless.